Good morning, volunteers. My name is Edgar,
And I'm Jake.
and welcome to this episode of LeeTV. Hey, Jacob, who inspires you?
I gotta say Gandhi.
Ask Lee wants to know
Who inspires you?
Ask Lee wants to know, who's your inspiration?
My family and my best friend, Ollie Nash.
Jerry Lee Lewis, because he acts crazy and he reminds me to be myself.
Kristen Quintanilla.
Beyonce.
My inspiration is Robin Williams because he inspired me to become a voice actor.
Ask Lee wants to know, who's your inspiration?
Probably my acting teacher, David Connolly.
Hi, I'm Peyton Spriester, and I'm the president of the Lee High School Young Democrats Club, and I want to welcome anyone who's interested in joining our club to come down to our informational orientation meeting. We'll be meeting on May 29th at 8 a.m. in Miss Holmgren's room, 307C in the 300 building. We just want to introduce our club, show everyone what we do, and also we'll be holding our officer elections for next year. So if you've ever been interested in joining, it's a great opportunity to just come and see what we do and just get some information about our club. So I hope you'll come and join us. Thank you.
Good morning, volunteers. It's Ms. Trevino, and on this week's college checklist, we're going to go over something that you guys may have a little bit of questions about, and that is the difference between a two-year university, or two-year college, my bad, and a four-year college or university. So, the biggest difference, apart from the length of time, right, because it's implied in the name, a two-year school, you're usually going to be there for about 2 years, and a four-year school, you'll typically be there for about 4 years. The biggest differences between them, we're going to go over that real quick. So, first and foremost, the biggest difference is going to come in area of study. So what can you actually study at a two-year school versus a four-year school? At four-year schools, because you're given more time to pursue whatever major it is that you're pursuing, you're typically going to have more classes that go in depth into whatever field of study that you're interested in learning more about. Whereas at a two-year school, you're going to get more of a basic groundwork to then go and pursue that further, or either, have a credentialed degree, because you still get a degree from your two-year schools, to go on and take it into a job, right? So from a two-year school, you're getting a more basic foundation to then go and pursue something else, whereas at a four-year school, you're getting the whole complete picture. You're starting out and then going in depth with whatever major it is that you're pursuing. Again, the next biggest difference is going to be the degrees you're actually getting. So at a two-year school, you're typically getting either an associate's degree, or you're simply earning credits to go and move on to a four-year school to get your bachelor's degree. And at a four-year school, you are typically getting your bachelor's degree. So biggest difference there is the actual degree type that you're getting, right? So a bachelor's degree, because it's takes a little bit more time to get, it's going to qualify you for more types of jobs, different internships, and things like that. Whereas an associate's degree is a great foundation to start and then go and do something else. Or if you're looking at going into a trade, typically two-year schools will also offer programs that are much shorter in time, between 9 to 12 months, that allow you to get a certificate that you can then take into a job and be credentialed to work in that field. Last but not least, the biggest difference between two-year and four-year schools is going to be price. So two-year schools are going to be a lot more affordable typically, and four-year schools you're going to be paying more fees, more towards tuition, and things like that. So if you have more questions about two-year and four-year schools and what options you have at the ones available near you in San Antonio, come see me in the Career Center. I'm happy to help. Have a great day, volunteers.
This Friday, Lee Choir will perform its pop show.
This is Pop Show, and then this year it's Grammy themed, so all the songs we're doing are Grammy award-winning songs.
It is really cool because
It is like an event where we're gonna perform, but not like choir songs. They're mostly like pop songs.
Yeah, it's Grammy themed, so we're singing songs that have won a Grammy.
I'm doing a solo with my 2 other friends, and we're singing Safe and Sound by Taylor Swift.
Be sure to come out this Friday to hear renditions of your favorite Grammy-winning songs.
So today, Gardening Club is going to teach you basically how to pollinate a plant yourself, since bees are endangered and they can't always get to all of the plants. So we're going to be using squash as the example, and the first thing you need to do is put on some gloves, because pollen can get very messy, and also squash is sort of prickly and you don't want to hurt yourself. Then you're going to want to identify the male and the female flowers. So the male flower, at least for squash, has a long stem and it's straight. And the female flower has a sort of bulb on the end of it. Sort of like that, and you do that with all of the buds. And that pollinates them.
The origins of dance date back to prehistory. Early civilizations practiced it for a variety of reasons, including ritual, healing, and communication. Over time, it has evolved into many different genres and styles spanning nearly every culture on Earth. In modern times, it is chiefly seen as a form of entertainment, but it still retains its ancient roots of expression. This week's LeeTV Spotlight is on dance.
What dance means to me, I think, is just like a part, like just doing what you love, which is obviously dancing, and just being with your team and feeling each other's energy on the floor, and just feeling the adrenaline is just, it's the best feeling. And
being on Liettes has taught me a lot, and it's been a lot of fun. Liettes has taught me to never give up and to persevere through the hard times and to stick with your team.
My experience in Liettes, it's just been full of emotion. I think that from just the practices, long practices, I feel like we just create a bond, and when we're dancing, it's just like everything comes together. Life lessons that I've learned was definitely, I think, would be confidence-wise. I think that when you're dancing, you just let it all go, and that's how you express yourself, like through your dance moves that you do. And respecting others, definitely too. You have to respect your peers, your directors, and just on the team.
Dance means to me, well, it's a way for me to express myself in ways that words can't. And when I'm dancing, I become like a different version of me, and it's the better version of me.
I like your personality.
Thank you.
I like your shirt. Grace, you look so beautiful. I like your makeup. You have a really beautiful smile. Thank you. I like your haircut, Jeremiah.
Thank you.
Janine, you look pretty.
Thank you.
You look nice today.
Thank you.
Martin,
What's up?
I like your food.
Thank you. It's good food, by the way. Healthy.
Memorial Day is observed on the last Monday of May, though it was previously held every May 30th.
And that concludes this week's episode of LeeTV.
And make sure to tune in next week.
And remember, there's nothing stronger than the heart of a volunteer.
I know
it's the last 2 weeks of school, but you don't want to be like these guys. You want to be like these guys. So come on, get with it.